I shouldn't be telling you this, he said, swirling the amber in his glass. But I'm sleeping with a married woman from the office. That's how it started. A confession, at my wife's company party, from a man who didn't know he was talking to her husband. The room was loud, cheap laughter, clinking glasses, corporate smiles polished to perfection. I had arrived late. She had insisted I skip it. It's just work people, she said. You'll be bored. I wasn't bored. I was standing beside her mistake. He was younger than me, clean haircut, confident in the careless way men are when they think they're winning. He introduced himself as Daniel from marketing. We shook hands. His grip was firm, too firm. And you are? He asked. Just a +1, I said. That part was true. I was already becoming an accessory in my own marriage. He laughed again, leaned closer. Alcohol makes cowards feel invincible. She's married, he continued, lowering his voice. But it's basically over. Her husband doesn't know. Poor guy. Poor guy. I watched my wife across the room. She was laughing at something a coworker said, one hand brushing her hair back. The same gesture she used to make when she wanted me to look at her. I did look at her. She didn't look back. There was a time she couldn't stop looking at me. We met 8 years ago in a bookstore. She was reaching for the last copy of a novel. Our hands touched. It felt cinematic then. Fate dressed as coincidence. We built something steady. Not loud, not flashy, just real. Sunday coffee rituals. Shared bank accounts. A mortgage. Plans for children we hadn't rushed into yet. She used to fall asleep on my chest. Somewhere along the way, she started turning away. The shift was gradual. Later nights at work. A new password on her phone. Perfume I didn't recognize. She said I was imagining things. Maybe I wanted to believe I was. Until the night her phone buzzed at 2:14 a.m. She was in the shower. The screen lit up on the nightstand. Daniel. I didn't open it. I didn't need to. The preview was enough. I can still taste you. I remember staring at those 4 words. Not shaking. Not yelling. Just still. That was the moment something inside me cooled. Love didn't die dramatically. It froze. Back at the party, Daniel was still talking. She says her husband's distant, he said. Emotionally unavailable. Probably cheating himself. Interesting narrative. I nodded like a sympathetic stranger. Does he suspect anything? He smirked. Not a clue. Across the room, my wife finally met my eyes. For half a second, something flickered across her face. Not love. Fear. She walked toward us. He straightened up, confident. Daniel, she said tightly, have you met my husband? I watched the color drain from his face. It was subtle, but I saw it. We shook hands again. This time, his grip wasn't firm. I didn't confront her that night. That's what she expected. Instead, I started collecting. Screenshots. Bank statements. Hotel charges hidden as client. Meetings. I hired a private investigator, not because I needed proof, but because I wanted leverage. Infidelity matters in divorce, especially when assets are involved. I met with a lawyer quietly, transferred my inheritance into a protected account, updated beneficiaries, separated finances under the guise of investment restructuring. She didn't notice. She was too busy texting under the table. I became polite, attentive, calm. That confused her more than anger would have. I even suggested couples therapy. She declined. We're fine, she said. We weren't. But I was. Daniel, however, was not. The investigator uncovered more than just their affair. Company policy violations, use of corporate funds for client entertainment that was, in fact, hotel suites and expensive dinners. I didn't send that information to HR. Not immediately. First, I waited. Patience makes revenge taste cleaner. I invited Daniel for a drink 2 weeks later. He hesitated, but pride overpowered caution. We met at the same bar from the party. You look tense, I told him. He swallowed. Is this about... Yes. I slid an envelope across the table. Inside were copies of hotel receipts, messages, photos of them entering a hotel lobby. And this, I added calmly, is a draft divorce filing. It names you. His breathing changed. I'm not here to fight, I said. I'm here to inform you. Inform me of what? That I've already filed, and tomorrow your HR department receives an anonymous package. He went pale. You can't. I can and I will. Unless, I let the silence stretch. Unless you submit your resignation by 9 a.m. and Write a statement confirming the affair was consensual and initiated by you. It'll help in court. You're blackmailing me. No, I said evenly. I'm protecting myself. He left the bar looking smaller than when he arrived. By morning, his resignation email was company-wide. The confrontation at home was quieter than I expected. She came into the kitchen holding the divorce papers like they were radioactive. You filed? She whispered. Yes. You didn't even talk to me. I looked at her carefully. You already talked. At 2:14 a.m., tears welled in her eyes. Real ones, too late. Daniel lost his job, she said. I know. How could you do that? I almost smiled at the irony. How could you? Silence filled the room. Then I delivered the final detail. You won't be getting the house, I said calmly. Or my investments. Or alimony. The evidence was compelling. She sank into a chair. For the first time since I saw that message, I felt something close to warmth, not joy. Justice. Months later, the divorce finalized cleanly. She moved into a small apartment. Daniel relocated to another city, reputation bruised and career stalled. People at her company stopped inviting her to things. Consequences travel fast in professional circles. As for me, I kept the house. I kept my dignity, and I kept my silence until it mattered most. Sometimes I think about that night at the party, about Daniel's confident laugh, about being called a poor guy. He was wrong. I wasn't the poor guy. I was the patient one. Betrayal doesn't destroy you. It reveals you. And when the moment comes, when the truth steps into the light and the guilty realize they've been outplayed, you don't need to shout. You just watch and let gravity do the rest.